I am in a neighborhood with the old world charm of Europe tucked away on the north side of Chicago.
John McGivern's Main Streets thanks the following underwriters.
Greendale is proud to be the inspiration for John McGivern's Main Streets. This historic village is a real place where all are welcome. To gather, to shop, to enjoy. Charming, vibrant, joyful, welcoming. You've just got to see Greendale.
Remember when the American dream was being able to say, I made that, I built that? Wouldn't it be great if your kids and grandkids chose a career that provides that kind of pride with good pay, but without a ton of student loan debt? A 4-year degree isn't the only path to success. We need talented people to make and build. On Main Streets everywhere, skilled work isn't a thing of the past, it's a bright future.
Additional funding is provided by the Friends of Plum Media and the Friends of PBS Wisconsin. Thanks, friends.
'Cause these are Main Streets, something about a hometown speaks to me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. The heart and soul of communities right here on these Main Streets.
This Chicago, Illinois neighborhood is called Lincoln Square. It is 7 miles north of the Loop, 2 miles east of Lake Michigan, and 3 miles west of the interstate. This is episode 1 of season 2. And after season 1, we sat around talking about how could we improve this show in season 2. And this is what we thought of. Emmy Fink, you're gonna be such an improvement.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I've been awaiting this day for so long.
This is Emmy Fink. She's our new co-host. She's going to be sharing the kind of information I shared with you last year. We're splitting some responsibilities.
Some historical stuff. I'm
You're
going to
doing
answer
some-
your trivia questions.
Yes, you are.
I'm going
Yes.
to do some real digging. All right,
Yeah.
so what I've come up with is Lincoln Square is about 40,000 and growing. It's very diverse.
Yes.
And the very best part, you're going to love
Let me
this.
know.
Come on,
Okay.
come on. You
Already
too. Come on.
bossy. Yeah, come on.
You're not going to believe this.
Welcome to Himmel's. There's a nice giant pretzel
Look
for
at
you.
this thing.
It's huge.
Carol,
A little bit of
thank you.
Dusseldorf mustard.
Good.
A little bit of butter here for you.
Thank you very
Carol.
much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
The reason I brought you here is because this neighborhood has deep German roots.
Yeah.
And the pretzel was invented in Germany, so it only made sense to come here. Now, here's the thing. Do you know what the pretzel symbolizes?
I don't.
Eternal love and good luck, which I think is perfect for our first show together. You know, kind of seems like a
This
first
symbolizes
date.
eternal
Love.
love
And good luck.
So we should celebrate this.
Let's break some
Should we?
bread.
Can we? Look at this.
Lincoln Square is bursting with German flair, thanks to the immigrants who came looking for rich farmland. Now, no one does German heritage better than right here. Willkommen to the Dank-Haus, a multicultural center right here in Lincoln Square. They have classes, they have exhibits, it's a museum, a language school, it's a one-stop shop. It's a trip to Germany without all the luggage.
This is Yolanda, and you're not Jean.
I am not. I'm Jean's daughter.
You're Jean's daughter.
Yeah.
Yes. You're understated when you call it a sausage shop. You realize that.
It's a full-service grocery store.
Yeah.
We make over 40 varieties of sausages, hams, and deli meats ourselves.
Will you fall asleep over there?
Hey, I can only go so fast, Gene.
Jean, is this your first time?
50 years I've been doing.
50 years. It's a beautiful store.
Thank you. Most of the items here are made by us, and a lot of the items here are very specialized, very European in nature, and very difficult to find.
What are you putting in there?
That's the spice.
Is it secret spices?
Secret.
This is the originals?
They've been in 4 generations.
4 generations.
This is confiscated. Nobody got it.
Nobody sees it. Okay.
Okay. Nobody got it.
Good.
Even though we are in a big city like Chicago, it's a definite nice social neighborhood.
Right.
We love it.
Yeah. What are you throwing that into?
That's a stuffer.
It's a stuffer.
Raising them hit it hard so there's no air.
No air. Wow. Gene, you're strong.
And I love my job.
Good. Yeah, the building has your name on it. I'd love it
Well-
too. This place is great. The roof is perfect.
We take our best-selling products up here so people can enjoy them, and then if people like them, they can buy them on their way out and grill them at home.
Yeah.
All they can do, they can buy the product, taste it, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
And buy some more.
And buy some more.
Yeah.
That's our goal. Our goal. Buy some more.
Buy
Our-
some more.
So this is cabanos. I
They love it?
haven't met a child that doesn't like these.
I must be a child. I love it.
Takes a little bit of technique. Just pinch it,
Oh, wow.
the old twist.
Okay.
Another 25 years, you'll be all right.
This is Gene. He's the best. You're good television right there.
Well-
Wow. The statue was commissioned in 1951 as a memorial to the namesake of this neighborhood. A nationwide contest happened to pick the design, and I've got one thing to say. Okay, I know that Abe Lincoln was like 6'4", but this guy is like 7.5 feet tall. Yeah, my mother would have called this whole thing an exaggeration. That's what she would have called this. This is ridiculous. Are you a pharmacist by trade?
I'm not. I was a religion major by study, but
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. I'm the 5th generation owner of this business, but in the 2nd family to own it.
Can we first talk about what an apothecary is?
An apothecary is an old-fashioned word for pharmacist. Our modern version of apothecary is the expertise of a pharmacist, but with the best products from around the world.
This is an amazing shop to walk into because it's for a moment overwhelming.
Overwhelming is our thing. But that's why we have people to help you out.
It's too bad that our audience can't experience what you do when you walk in and smell, because the smell in here is remarkable.
It's true, thanks. Yeah, I love the products, but I love smell. That's one of my favorite things about the business.
And next door, it feels different.
The idea was to make an adjoining kind of boutique space.
So never once have I used
Yeah.
one of these. It's like really nice jewelry.
It is what my grandfather used, both of my grandfathers.
Right.
So Caswell Massey, they made fragrance that George Washington wore, and I'm not joking. This is the fragrance. Number 6 is the one that George Washington wore.
That's crazy.
And I happen to love it. Oh, I want to smell like George Washington, right?
Who
doesn't?
knows?
We have tea blends, and we have the original recipe books that date back from pre-1900.
So the tea lady, do you mind that name?
Oh, I love it.
You love that name?
It might have been a little self-coined, so I'm all about it.
Oh, so you named yourself. How many varieties are there?
We have 170-ish SKUs.
Okay.
It's always growing.
What are you making today?
This is a breathe-free respiratory support, so it's perfect for allergy season. The irony is the breathe tea makes me sneeze. I'm like, I know that it's working then because it's directly affecting my respiratory system. Breathe out when you stir and in, look away. So you just did it. You made your first herbal tea blend in the apothecary.
Oh my Lord, I'm healed. Thank you, I can go home.
Now, if I lived here, this would be my go-to place. Wells Park is over 15 acres, and it was named after Gideon Wells, who was a member of President Lincoln's cabinet. Now, back in 1910, the park was only 8 acres. Now it has doubled in size. It is the gathering hub for recreation, sports and fitness, and it is a perfect outdoor music venue. I am excited about this next one. It's the economic engine of this neighborhood and the largest employer in Lincoln Square. It's quite a bit of responsibility to have this job at this school.
It is. Well, you know, this is the largest community music school in the country.
Amazing.
And it's a Chicago icon and a folk icon internationally.
Yeah.
We are the largest producer of world music in Chicago. We are the largest producer of folk music, obviously, and we're one of the most consistent overall producers of music in the city. So the Old Town School was founded in 1957, and the idea was really that people should make music together.
Can we talk about a typical season of classes in this school?
We teach 13,500 students a year. We have harp, banjo, a lot of piano students, and then of course our Wiggle Worms classes, which are just teaching basic music to the littlest kids. We believe that music is, especially when you're learning, is best done together.
Yeah.
Many of our teachers are nationally recognized in their instrument, and we're just lucky to have them.
Yeah.
This space is the one that's been called the Carnegie Hall of Folk Music.
Right.
Because there's just really nothing else like it.
Yeah.
And we have 250 shows here at Old Town a year, and we have free concerts every Wednesday night, World Music Wednesdays, because we want people to enjoy it.
It's Thursday. I did nothing last night. Come on. Does it make a difference what building you're in as to what you play, or?
No, the only rooms that really have a distinctive purpose are dance rooms.
Has it always been part of the programming here as well?
It has.
Dance has.
Dance has always been a part of it. One of the things about Old Town, which I probably should have mentioned to you, it's on your first day here, you're going to leave knowing how to play a song.
Really?
Yes. See? It's the neatest thing to see somebody, whether they're 4 years old or 50 years old or 80 years old, light up because they're able to play something that they've always wanted to play.
I love a neighborhood where there's always a festival or a celebration going on the weekends. And Lincoln Square is one of those neighborhoods. Can you guess what fruit has its own festival celebrated right here in Lincoln Square? Yes, I said fruit.
John, that would be Apple Fest. It's a 30-year long-standing tradition that brings the Lincoln Square community together every fall. There's apple crafts, apple pie, apple cider, even apple pizza. Now that's a new one for me.
Like 1986 is when we met? Is that when we met?
That is correct.
Oh, we did a show together in Chicago called Sheer Madness. So in 1990, you guys moved here.
We did.
Were you like, oh, let's move to Lincoln Square?
No, I got lost going to the pediatrician. Our daughter was tiny, and I came on the street on Ainsley, and there was this house.
The block had the entire cross-section of the city of Chicago.
Can you talk about what it's like to live in this neighborhood?
Well, I would say it's very neighborhoody. It's there's lots of little shops on our block. Everybody knows everybody else.
Yeah.
Our kids have grown up here.
We love the square. We love that whole street.
Oh, isn't it lovely? It's definitely a destination.
And you use that area.
We do.
Beautiful neighborhood.
One of the things that makes living in Chicago really cool, because you don't have to go all the way downtown and be in the loop to get a neighborhood central business district.
But in the 31 years that you've lived here, have you seen like a growth in Lincoln Square?
Lots of young families have moved into the neighborhood. And
so Paula and Andy, I remember this as your back porch.
It was.
Is that a comfortable couch, Andy?
Well, it was last night.
Was that always open?
No, we opened that up too. That was one of the first things we did. Yeah.
The bookcases, the
stained
glass. It's really gorgeous.
We're going to stay until the earth looks level, okay?
I am so glad that we did this neighborhood. When we were picking a neighborhood, I picked because of you guys.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
The Flanagans. That's right, I'm walking underneath the L, the elevated train. That's how people get around in Chicago. When I lived in Chicago, I lived in the South Loop. I lived in the 3rd floor of an apartment building where I could reach out the window. I almost lived on the L. In fact, here it comes. Take a listen. And when I was on the phone and that happened, people would usually say, John, are you vacuuming? I was like, no, I live on the L, because that's the sound you would hear, the elevated train. Salsa Family Market, because people call you Salsa?
No. No, salsas came from my mother-in-law. She likes to make salsas, and that's how we call it salsa.
Is this a large Latino population in this neighborhood?
Not anymore. Back in the days, it was a lot of Latinos around here. Neighbor, it's like a little town where everybody knows each other. Everybody say hello to another person. So that makes the small businesses like mine success.
This is what people come here for, isn't it?
On the top shelf, we have guacamole and pico de gallo.
Which you told me that's the best guacamole ever.
You have to try.
You have no idea how much I love this. I swear, I didn't make him do this. I really didn't.
No, he's gonna pay for it double. If he's gonna like it, he's gonna pay double.
I'll pay double.
Okay.
I will.
So we have the other one, the chile de árbol, which is really, really spicy. You want to try it? You say you like it spicy.
But ¿Cómo se dice hot as hell?
Muy picante.
Muy picante? And a lot of these are your mom's recipes?
Yes, you know, when mom make it, it's like the best.
The best.
Yeah.
There you go. So these are the tortilla chips. So we're gonna put some cheese on it. So we're gonna grab the homemade green salsa.
Soak them up. Some red onions?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sour cream, onions, cheese, and avocado.
Muy hermosa.
There you go.
Este es tuyo, sí, este es mío. Chilaquiles from Jorge, and I helped, so I made this one.
They're not too
Now
spicy.
look what you did. Now I want to make this at home.
Right? I told you.
This stripe pole has a distinct purpose. Can you guess what it's used for? I'll give you a hint. It's not a flagpole. Okay, I know it has flags on it, but that's not the purpose. Guess.
This is a maypole, and there are a lot of interpretations of what this means, but it is gathered around on May Day, which is celebrated on May 1st, and it symbolizes everything that spring brings, the warmer weather and the celebration of Mother Nature.
Lutz Bakery calls themselves a Chicago tradition. And since they opened their doors in 1948, I tend to agree. They specialize in European pastries in the conditori tradition. Okay, what's a conditori? Okay, it's a type of bakery in Central Europe where it's customary to come in the middle of the afternoon for a sweet treat and a cup of coffee. It's customary, it's a tradition, and guess what? It is in the middle of the afternoon. So, okay, goodbye, see ya. Love a tradition.
Celeryville or Pickletown. Either could have been this neighborhood's claim to fame, since early agriculture focused on the production of celery and pickles. Farmers would bring their prized produce by wagon down to Chicago, and they nicknamed the area the nation's celery capital. The Budlong brothers opened their pickle company in 1850, and 75 years after it opened, it was one of the largest pickle companies in the world. I'll eat to that. Delicious.
What are you serving here?
Actually, we serve food from all over the South. So we serve fried chicken, shrimp and grits, biscuits and jam, biscuits and gravy, beignets, a lot of things from the South.
What has to stay on your menu?
Well, shrimp and grits for sure.
Do you know this food because you're from the South?
Actually, I know this food because Luella's my great-grandmother. She's from Mississippi, so she's the reason we named the restaurant Luella Southern Kitchen. She moved to Chicago in the 40s. There's a lot of things that she used to make for us, and we kind of modeled the restaurant after her. We opened in February 2015. She passed away October 2015, so she approved of the food.
If you were to walk in here on an afternoon and look at your menu, what's the first thing you'd order?
If I'm coming in here for like a brunch or something like that, I'll probably try our French toast. So we do a different flavor every month. We bake the bread in-house. We come up with different toppings, and people really enjoy it.
So you made this?
Yeah, we make the cream cheese bread in-house. So we just dip it.
Soak it up?
Part of the reason we cut it this way is just so people would know, like, you can't buy that anywhere. It's homemade. Kind of just let it do its thing.
Yep.
I want to just take a peek.
Yeah.
So just
look at that.
It's nice and gooey, and that's what people want with the French toast. So now we'll plate them up. We just stack them 3 high.
That's a half a loaf of bread right there.
Yep. We hit them with the topping. You have the pastry cream. It's just a streusel topping, just to add a little crunch.
Uh-huh.
Then we'll have the fresh strawberry compote.
And it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And one person, this
little
is a
side-
serving for one?
I've seen people finish that and order something else, but for the most part, people share.
Oh, and the strawberry. This is delicious.
Thank you.
We're so happy that you brought this up from the South.
Oh, thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
Luella
Appreciate
would
it.
be proud. So I was looking for the Book Cellar, S-E-L-L-E-R. No, I was wrong. Take a look. I hope they have books in the basement. Talk about whose shop and what's in here.
This is primarily a jewelry shop. The owner is a woman named Suzanne Miranda. She got really inspired by her travels. That's where the name comes from. She's kind of a nomad at heart, loves to travel around the globe. But as far as Ant, a bunch of tiny people can come together, just like a bunch of ants can come together. And if they have a mission, they can move something big, all working together. So there's a lot of unique pieces, so that's a big mission to showcase that, and also just to bring attention to global artists that aren't as successful commercially in the US, giving them their shot to show their collections.
It's really great. It's so varied what's in here.
It's one of the only places in the United States where you can get most of these designers.
Can we look at some of your favorite stuff?
Here's some of our Iskin collection. They make the earrings that are super cool, and they make all this laser cut leather as well. Yes.
What?
It is just so lightweight.
It looks like it's gold or plated anyway, and what it really is, as Maggie told us, it's as light as air and it's leather.
Just try stuff on for fun.
Right.
We're cool about trying anything on in here, and the look on people's face when they put one of those on and they're used to wearing heavy jewelry is crazy.
This piece?
These are from Colombia, handmade. The interior is really amazing as well. A designer that I absolutely love is Lakshmi. She makes all of these incredible pieces on a farm in Colombia.
Like, these are so perfect right here. I love the fact that they're really light and that they would be great for my sister-in-law, Catherine. She would be so happy that this weighs absolutely nothing. So I'll be back. I am on Lincoln Avenue in the middle of Lincoln Square, and it seems like everything around here is named after Abe. Can you guess how many things are named after Lincoln in a 3-mile radius from where I am standing? Can you guess? Come on, guess. Yeah, lots of Lincoln.
Now, this is not exact science, but we counted 17 places within a 3-mile radius of Lincoln Avenue with the name Lincoln. So we've got Lincoln Park, Lincoln Zoo, Hotel Lincoln, the Lincoln Eye Clinic, and my personal favorite, the Lincoln Ice Cream Company, which, where is that place again? Let's go.
We're at Timeless Toys. Tell your story, it's a good one.
So, Timeless Toys opened in 1994. And my father was actually the CPA for the store. 20 years later, they had started looking towards retirement. And my dad goes, you know what, I think I know a guy. Walks over to my desk and says, how do you feel about buying a toy store? And I was like, well, that sounds awesome. That'd be great. Here we are. You know, we're 28 years into this, and we're having a great time.
And did you know much about toys before you stepped into this job?
I knew I loved toys.
Yeah.
I knew that I was a 5-year-old at heart.
So there's everything from board games to puzzles to Legos, classic toys. It's a little bit of everything. See, these would freak me out as a kid. So look at this. What's this? Pulled the rabbit out of the hat, didn't I?
People used to come to Chicago and they would shop Michigan Avenue and these big stores, and then they realized, like, oh, these stores are everywhere. So now we're getting a lot of tourists to come out to Lincoln Square because it's this little, like, European style street with mom and pop shops, and people love it. It's a unique experience that you're not gonna get anywhere else. We're not here to find what the most popular toy is for your kid. We all have the background in childhood development to be able to help your kid progress to the next step of their life.
This is great, it's a robot hand. This is cool, robot hand.
This thing is so much fun. My 4-year-old loves it. I have to admit that my wife and I have played it without our kid before. Another great music toy that I love, it's for our budding DJs. Scratch the disc.
No.
You have the, like, classic Viewmaster, the Speak and Spell from the 80s, the Etch-a-Sketch. One of my favorite things of all time is every day there's adults that walk in here and they're like, oh, I had that. And it brings back memories from when they were a kid.
Battleship, I like to be the red. I would win a lot.
I come to work early every day because I'm, like, excited to get here. It's a lot of fun.
You bring joy to people's lives.
Yeah.
So Emmy, we made it through.
That was really
Episode
fun.
1, it was really fun. Thank you so much. I'm so excited that you're part of this. And you know what I noticed during this episode?
What?
What's going on?
Well, didn't somebody tell you?
Was it from that pretzel?
I did love the pretzel. I'm eating for 2.
You're 7 months pregnant.
Yes.
You are.
Are you going to be able to do this without me for a couple of weeks?
For a couple of weeks, but you'll be back with the baby. We loved Lincoln Square, didn't we?
I loved it here.
Here we go, episode 1 in the can. It's the best.
Yes.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. The heart and soul of communities.
In in a 3-mile radius from
I like big bumps in the nut. Breathe free.
Breathe free. Liar. Lutz calls them. Lutz Bakery calls themselves a church. Oh my God, could be the end of it.
John McGivern's Main Streets thanks the following underwriters.
Greendale is proud to be the inspiration for John McGivern's Main Streets. This historic village is a real place where all are welcome. To gather, to shop, to enjoy. Charming, vibrant, joyful, welcoming. You've just got to see Greendale.
Remember when the American dream was being able to say, I made that, I built that? Wouldn't it be great if your kids and grandkids chose a career that provides that kind of pride with good pay, but without a ton of student loan debt? A 4-year degree isn't the only path to success. We need talented people to make and build. On Main Streets everywhere, skilled work isn't a thing of the past, it's a bright future.
Additional funding is provided by the Friends of Plum Media and the Friends of PBS Wisconsin. Thanks, friends.
And the first thing, John is, what is he doing?
Eating. Yum, I'm glad to be back at work. Because it looks like I starved all winter, doesn't it?
Yes.
Shut up.